Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Caught Lookin. As always, I'm your host, Meg, and joining me tonight are Nicole, Jenell, and Molly. So, Madeline was on the schedule for tonight, but unfortunately, due to some other circumstances, me and my schedule, we had to shift our recording time a little bit sooner, and Madeline wasn't able to make it, but she's going to be on an episode soon. She signed on for another one in a couple weeks here. So, thank you, ladies, one, for being so helpful and switching for me, and two, for joining me tonight.
Happy to be
Hello.
here.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right. So kind of a blah week. I mean, we had like three wins in a row, 9-4 against the Rangers, 6-5 against the White Sox, 4-3 against the White Sox. That was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because then we lost on Saturday and we lost on Sunday. So I I don't know. I'm kind of bummed out.
A
Today
lot of
was a
highs and
weird
lows.
game, and I'm kind of bummed out about it. Like,
I think I need to stop signing up for this podcast, unfortunately, because I don't know that we've won a game on the days that I join. So I
No.
don't, maybe I'm the
I mean, we
problem.
also never win games on Sundays, so
I know
yes.
it is a Sunday
it's also
problem. I
just
shouldn't blame myself.
No, yes, no, you're definitely not the problem. Yeah, I think
blame
it's
I blame
blame
the
the
heat wave.
Sundays. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
blame the heat wave. That's just
yes. Well, I also, so specifically for today, I also blame the weird delay that we had earlier today. The game was supposed to start at 2, but there was rain earlier today, and enough rain that it really soaked the field and caused problems on the warning track. And so we were delayed an hour and a half,
uh,
basically.
At the end of it, because originally it was a half-hour rain delay, and then
Yeah.
there was an hour track delay.
Yeah. And they kept kind of pushing it back and pushing it back. So in the end, when it came down to it, Tanner had to warm up 3 separate times. And I think that caused some of his issues. He gave up a couple of home runs, some hits, a bunch of guys got on base. Did they score all of their runs on home runs today?
I thought there was one RBI just
Oh, yeah.
that I
Yeah. It
heard.
was yeah, it was
I think Schneeman, right?
it was when Zabrowski was in, he came in with the bases loaded
Bases loaded.
and yeah. And he only let, I mean,
The fielder's choice
yeah.
RBI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Manzo kind of had a hard time getting it out of his glove, so he couldn't go home. So, yeah, one RBI, but too many home runs. That always seems to
Yeah.
be the story of Tanner's blowouts, if you will. We kind of
And I
like,
felt so bad for him because Tanner's such a ritualistic dude. Most pitchers are, but I
mhm.
feel like him
Mhm.
especially. And you could just tell when they were showing like the footage of when they were warming up when Patty was like, "We're not going to be able to play." Like he was getting mad that they were making Tanner warm up, and I feel bad for him. That was a lot to cool down, warm
Yeah,
up for a starting pitcher. Like that pretty much guaranteed he was gonna lose. I'm surprised he was able to go four. Thankfully he was, but I was
yeah.
surprised he was able to go four.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that we weren't able to, put belt on the White Sox more was because they were doing an opener. So they were able to pull their guy as soon as shit started going south for him and say, "Nope, you're done." And now we're bringing in the guy who was going to come in the second inning anyways. We had to keep Tanner in because our bullpen was already, had already gone through it. We had played how many games in a row at that point? One, two, three, four, five.
At least seven.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the last off day was June 25th.
Goodness.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's been a hot second. Tomorrow's going to be their first off day in like 2.5 weeks, about. So yeah, our bullpen needed the rest. There was nobody that we could bring in to eat innings today. So unfortunately, Bybee was just stuck, which yeah,
And
it's
he,
just
other than the home runs, he didn't really even do that bad of a job. Like, okay, I'm gonna admit, hold on, let me rephrase that. I
Mhm.
did sleep during the first like two innings. So
Okay, so what I saw,
what I was conscious for. No, just three home runs with runners on. Like that's and it was the same guys that have been hitting home runs off of us all season so far. So it's like if it was the White Sox having this conversation about like Jose and Khalil, I don't think they would be too upset either because it's like no, it's the same guys that have been hitting us ad nauseum. So
yeah, Tanner went 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, one walk, one strikeout, 3 home runs. So it's just like the biggest issue was the fact that he had warmed up 3 times and just could not, and we needed to keep him in because we couldn't bring someone in to eat 4 innings. Like if we had been in the same situation doing an opener like the White Sox were, then I think we would have been able to tame this and it would not have been a 7-6 loss.
But even then, it's phrasing it like that. It was still only a 1-run loss.
I know. Yeah, like that's the crazy
Yeah.
thing. Like we honestly, we really, really should have won this game, regardless of how many runs Tanner gave up, because they were making so many, not errors, but just dumb mistakes. There were so many dropped balls, several guys slipped, it was just some of them just booted some. Like it was
sloppy.
Yeah, exactly. It was sloppy. And we did capitalize on it a couple times, but then, the dreaded runners in scoring position bullshit that we always seem to run into.
Eric
we were
Sabrowski, though, can we touch on while we're talking pitching kind of still?
Hell yeah.
Bases loaded, no outs, and only gives up one of his inherited runners. Like that.
Yep.
That any other pitcher that's a 3+ runs that inning for him, like for them. Like Sabrowski is.
Fox Sports was right. He should be an all-star.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys
Maybe Kay can sneak him in like a
put him in a
hilariously large
suitcase.
duffel bag.
I don't know if you guys saw, but on Twitter yesterday, after they announced the All-Star reserves and the pitchers, the official Fox Sports account put a graphic, which, by the way, is still up and not updated.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's still up. They put a photo collage of all the guys. And where they have listed as Cade Smith is Eric Zabrowski's headshot. And then also that's not the only guy either. There's apparently the Texas guy, Jacob Latz. The photo they have for that is, I don't know these guys. So it's like, shit. Sorry, I have to go into the comments and look for who it is. Zabrowski. Okay, this is really funny. The Texas Rangers actually commented on it and saying, Latsy looking a little different than we remember. That is really funny. Somebody did mention who it was. Where is he? Oh, Gavin Collier. They put his picture instead of Jacob Latz. But so yeah.
Good job.
Good job,
Fox Sports.
Fox.
Yeah.
You're fantastic. So speaking of all-stars, we'll go ahead and move on to some I'm sure we'll come back to today's game at some point but since we're mentioning all-stars, we do have 3 guys who got in as voted by their peers. So as we said, Cade Smith is getting in as a pitcher. Parker Messick is going to be in the all-star game, and Travis Bazzana in his first year coming up. So big, huge congrats.
And distinctly, Bazzana was picked by the players.
Yes. Well, were all these guys picked by the players?
Pitchers are not picked by the players. They're picked by a whole separate. They're not part of the fan vote.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I did know that.
Council picks the pitchers, but Baz was the player pick.
I love that. Good for him.
Because I think it's whatever position mirrors. So like since Ernie won the most votes out of everyone, he got the automatic and whatever. Yeah. So whatever position mirrors him is the players pick the second.
Gotcha. Okay, so they picked his reserve.
I think.
Possibly, potentially. We could be lying.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
I was kind of surprised for Baz, but that's like very exciting. His first year. It's amazing. Yeah. And he hasn't even played the entire season. So yeah.
I saw something that it was him and Skeens are the first round, first pick duo to go to the All-Star game in like a decade.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Parker Messick is our first left-handed starter. Yes, he's a lefty, right?
In a long time. Yeah.
Since Cliff Lee.
Cliff Lee. Yeah.
So that's some good talent representing us.
Absolutely.
I didn't think we'd have anyone too many people this year.
Yeah. The voting. Yeah. I mean, granted, one, abolish the van vote. Because fuck Canada. What the hell? Like, okay. Don't fuck Canada. That's not what I want to say.
They doesn't mean it.
Yeah. No, they just Like they got their shit together and they voted for literally all of their guys. Like Ernie got like 2 million votes or something. Like love Ernie. Awesome. He's having a great year. Probably is deserving of an all-star. The one that really got me though was Alejandro Kirk getting into the finalists. Dude has played like a grand total of what, like a dozen games or something like that. Like,
when you posted, he only had like 9 hits on the season.
yeah, it's like a 190 average or something like that. Like what the fuck, guys? No. Like I
That's the Cooper
understand.
Ingle has more at bats in that time period.
Yeah, like insane, ridiculous. Like that there needs to be an investigation there.
I mean,
The vote was rigged.
on the same note, I know Vlad is like beloved. I mean, I even love Vlad, but he is not having a very good year, all things considered. Like he has 4 home runs. I think I think he's very much underperforming, but man, those Canadians really showed out.
Literally.
It's
Yeah, I mean
crazy.
that's what happened.
I think also, I mean, I'm not saying that we had a ton of players who deserve to get in, but it's been a few years, but I remember when like the Guardian socials were like absolutely like hammering the fan vote. And like that has not happened. So like I think we kind of have like ourselves to blame a
Oh,
little bit.
absolutely. Yeah.
Like kind of disappointing. I remember one year we joined forces with like the Colorado Rockies to vote
Yeah. We
all
did it
of
with the
their
Brewers
team.
one year too.
Okay, yes, that sounds right too. And like that kind of stuff is also just fun to watch.
Yeah.
And like
It
I miss that stuff.
No, I fully agree. The camaraderie of getting two fan bases together to support each other, an NL and an AL. It's a bummer that they didn't do that this year. I'm not sure. I mean, again, I we all have our problems with our socials teams, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I am going to promise that we will dive deep into that at in an episode very soon. We have a guest coming on that I'm sure will also want to discuss this exact topic. So I won't say too much else, but follow our socials as we are trying to get more active. Big shout out to Allie for live tweeting a little bit today during the game. So I realize we have kind of dropped the ball on that a little bit on being a little bit. So we're gonna try and be more active on our Twitter and our Instagram and the socials, if you will. So check those out. But yeah, I it is kind of a bummer that we didn't have anybody even just in the finalists, like in the top two for any position, because Schneeman absolutely should have made finalists for utility and Rocchio 100.
Hmm.
Honestly, Rocchio should be a starter.
I know.
Mm.
I was really pulling for like Roke to be like a dark horse
Yeah.
pick. He's just such a like, I don't know. I feel like in the Guardians lore, I feel like there are a few better stories than Brian Rocchio. Like
Hmm.
there has been he's like been such a popular player despite like him only being good in October and then this year. Um, but like seeing him become the player that he has is just so fun and so exciting. And like I feel so proud of him. He's like my son, but not.
No,
I'm
he's
just
all of our
I just
son.
love him.
He
I love him.
is. He's
Yes.
his success this year, I think, is just it's beautiful. It's so I don't think anyone on this team it is more deserving currently because he obviously cares and he has worked so hard to become this version of himself. You know, speaking of him on Thursday night, he walked us off with another walk-off home run off the
Another
pole.
Rokio Pole special.
Yep, the Roca
Mhm.
pole.
Rokapole.
Cool.
Nah, like Brian says, Rokio and Onhill are battling to be our house favorites right now
Hmm.
because it's just
They're
they're
just
sweet. They're
sweeties.
just sweet little babies,
Yeah.
and we love them, and they just play so hard and work hard. And Rokio is,
Hmm.
I could just wax poetic about him because right now it's just like if this carries and he keeps improving at like a reasonable rate, his story almost mirrors Jose's. Like
I love that for
comes up
him.
in his a position he wasn't natural to, when goes up and down a couple times and then just hits a stride. And he was never supposed to be that player. And if he could just become this little franchise menace,
Ugh,
I love him.
I would love
And
that so much.
him and Khalil have been saving this offense the last few weeks with Jose being out. Just they've been so reliable, especially with Rocchio having to move up and down the lineup. And I know that challenged him a lot and just had to be told you're still in the 9 hole, but you're batting second. but, but no, it's just been really nice seeing those two step up. And Khalil, man, like we knew he was good, but what a tear to start your major league career.
I didn't
He
realize
really
how
found his
athletic he
stride.
was. Like he is jacked and athletic as heck.
Mhm.
And he's a true outfielder, so he's not like fumbling out there. Like he's
Yes. And he had our other walk-off.
Yeah.
On Friday night. I posted a little clip. He was obviously the post-game interview with Dre, and they were showing the walk-off on the big screen, and Dre says something to the effect of, you're going to be a menace to the White Sox, something like that. I'm not quoting exactly, but the smile he gets on his face, and he says, yeah, like, ooh, we don't need Josh Naylor anymore. We're good. We're good. We got Khalil.
Really fun to watch two walk-offs back to back.
Yes.
And then a little bit of a letdown when, yesterday and today we had opportunities and I thought it might happen. Like, have there ever been 4 walk-offs in a row? I don't think
I'm pretty
so.
sure
But
towards the end of the 22 streak, it got
probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point. But it was super fun. It's just so exciting when there's kind of an unlikely hero. Although I would say that Rocchio is not really an unlikely hero at this point. Like he's just such a clutch hitter. But you just love to see it.
And with Rocchio's, as soon as I saw the moment, because they had a really good view over the pitcher's shoulder for that pitch, as soon as I saw when he started swinging, I'm like, it's gone. It was no doubt that was going to be either a foul or gone. And oh my goodness, there's just such a calm when he's in a clutch hitting position. You can see it on his face. He's just like, I'm here. I'm going to swing the bat now. It's just, him and his hustle and his bat. And then like I said, with Cleo Watson hitting the way he is and keeping this offense in the game, it's been relieving to see that we can still hit the long ball and still walk it off and not have Angel or Jose. And then for Chase to hit a home run today,
oh my God.
But there was
him
first since May 17th.
Now, granted, yes. Chase, my husband, was also talking about that. He's like, Chase has not hit a homer in forever. What the hell is going on? And then 3 batters later, Chase comes up and hits a home run, and he's like, thank you. My husband is now taken to whenever somebody's doing bat poorly, he starts calling them Nolan Jones. He's trying to do some reverse psychology on them.
Chase at least has found ways to
I think he may
help
have done that with Quan.
But
is that why Quan's hitting better?
Yeah. Maybe. At least Chase has helped the team despite not hitting those home runs. But I think we all at the beginning of the season were he's unstoppable. He's gonna hit 50 home runs this season, and then it's apparently he's human.
Very stopped.
I guess. Yeah. But he's still He's still getting on base.
He's still hitting doubles. That's the thing. He's getting on base. Exactly. He's
taking
still
walks.
He's batting 272, 41 RBIs, 75 hits. He's just fine. 757 OPS. No, I'm not worried about him. He took another, he had a couple good catches out and out the outfield today too. Looking good on defense. There were a couple really long balls at the end of the game there that they were mentioning if it was earlier in the game, if it was the first or second inning, those things would have been gone. But thankfully it was later and the wind started picking up again. And those suckers thankfully died out by Chase.
I'm going to throw some shade at Chase slightly. And it's funny shade, I promise. He's the tallest position player on the team, right? I saw a little chart with his face, so don't fact check that. But he gives the tall boy that can't jump.
Oh yeah, no, I see that. I do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because his knees are made of Fabergé eggs and his feet are plaster that was uncovered from Pompeii, but he just gives that he can't jump. And it cracks me up whenever he tries to look like he's going to try to rob a home run. I'm like, stop, just, you're not going to do it.
He's like the most athletic, unathletic person.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, a couple of his little like he slammed into the wall again today and everyone was like there were also like a couple like towards the end of the game. He did like this weird little hop right before he got to the wall and it was like, what do you didn't need to do that. That was totally unnecessary.
But we can't move on and not talk about the game tying home run from one Sir Austin Charles Hedges Saturday. See
Yeah.
that Saturday?
Hell yeah.
An Appa home run too, man. It was so
Oh my
funny.
God. He
And
was the only run that's the only thing that day. The only score.
Matt Dallas, friend of the show, had texted in a group chat with Meg, Mike, and I that was like, not to reveal our group chat, sorry, Matt. But it was like, can we just like stop pretending Austin Hedges is inept anymore? Like he's just a good hitter now. And then like an hour later, Hedgie hit the home run. And I was like,
That was
the
an
proof's there.
insane home run too. I'm gonna have to look at his spray chart at some point. That's probably only the third ball in his career he's hit that way. Like he is a pull hitter completely. Everything goes to left field. Which he did hit another home run earlier this week, right? Like he hit two this week, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
It was in the win, right?
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
looking
a
through.
stat that was like he's hit 2 home runs. He was like 6 for 14 since he had that argument with Naylor.
Yeah. It
Like
was
he's
against
it
the
is like an insane
Rangers.
stat.
Right, because it
Yeah.
was the caption of the he didn't need directions to find home.
Yeah.
Right, I forgot about that
Admin's been
already.
pretty, speaking of social media, admin has been pretty sassy this week, and I'll give it to them. But yeah,
Props where they're due.
Hedgie hit a 2-run home run in the eighth inning, 9-4. This was July 1st. This is Wednesday. So
I
yeah,
think
he's hit 2 home runs this past week.
I think in general too, I might have the numbers wrong, but I think in the last like 10 games he's played, he's hitting like 330.
It's
So it's not
insane.
just the home runs too. Like I
His
love this man.
past
I'm so
seven
excited.
his past 7 games, he is his average is 375. His on base percentage is 412. I think Nicole just fell out of her seat, and he's slugging 750 in the past 7 games.
That's insane,
It's
Hedgie.
insane. I'm not sure. And his season average currently is 281, and his
That's
OPS is 756 for the entire season. That's
to do it at his
121 at
age.
bats.
Like, I'm not saying he's old. Like, most of us are his age
He's
or
old
around.
for the team.
But yeah, just in general, to be able to change something physical about yourself and how you physically do
Yes.
something
10
at
years
that
into your
age
career.
is remarkable. Like, that is insane.
It's yes, at 33 years old. This is like and baseball years are dog years. Like he is in the twilight of his career. So like it's crazy. So I Jacob Claddy wrote a Jacob, I'm sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong. Did a article in April, I believe, for Covering the Corner that broke down Hedgie's stats this year. And he was talking to me about it, obviously, because who else would you talk to this about? And I went digging and found comparisons between last year and this year, and his stance has physically changed so much. It's completely opened up. He's facing the pitcher more. Where he holds his bat is at a completely different angle now. I told Jacob he needs to start like an update for that based on especially these past 2 home runs this week, because it'll be interesting to see if like he's tweaked it a little bit more as a because obviously if someone changes something, they come in, they start hitting well. Pitchers get that tape and start working so that they can change back and figure out how to combat this person's new batting stance or whatever. So I'm interested to see if he's now worked on refining it a little bit more to get some more, because I feel like something else has changed with 2 home runs in one week, one of them being Oppo. Like that feels kind of crazy to me. But
So Mario, who is, I believe, an international writer for Covering the Corner, just posted today.
oh,
It's currently in his native language, but he typically translates to English at a certain point. But you might have to run it through Google Translate if it doesn't, if he doesn't get a chance to post the English version. But the title is "The Time of Revelation" by Austin Hedges.
beautiful. I cannot
That's
wait.
the Google
Love
Translate
it.
version. I don't know what the actual direct translation. Forgive me
No,
for
that needs to
being
be the real one.
uncultured.
That
Yeah.
no.
I mean, he said that, like, quote, there's nothing I've worked harder at in my entire life. So this is intentional, obviously. Like,
Oh,
I mean, as
absolutely.
Meg
Yeah.
is talking, like he changed his stance, but it's like you can teach an old dog new tricks. It's really cute. I love it.
He's had two homers. Quan's had two triples. Like
We're
even with
back.
Yeah.
them, yeah, even with them being under 500, the little home stretch. How can you
Yeah.
complain? Like
I mean, I just think that we are treading water at this point. We're waiting for Jose in particular to come back, Angel as well. So as long as we just keep our head above water, I think I think we'll be okay. I feel
And
pretty confident.
and we
I mean,
are.
to be fair, I always feel confident. I'm the one who, like, at the beginning of the season, I'm like, this is the year. This is our home run.
I mean, really, when
which
it comes down to it, there's always at some point within that, like going into the season, I feel like every single Guardians fan is like that. What, like you have to be after what 70 some odd years, 80 some odd years. I don't know where we are at this point in our drought, but if we don't have hope, what in God's name do we have? Like how can you keep going to this, watching this team over and over again, and if you don't actually believe? But yeah, we're 47 and 44. We're only one game back. We have two more series against the White Sox. I wish we would have won one this. I wish we would have won today. Today was completely winnable, and I would have felt a lot better about, the future. But
yeah, a win today would have tied the season
yeah,
series. So, but we can get the next ones. Jose will be back.
yeah,
You know,
exactly. That'll be the fact that we are still winning games. I'll have to go through and look and see exactly what our record is since Jose and Angel and Chase went out. Um,
vague tweet I remember seeing like a day or two ago is we are like one game below 500 since Jose went out.
that's fine.
Which like I
Yeah.
said, vague tweet I vaguely remember seeing.
But that's
But
kind of where I
that seems
thought we
right.
were. Yeah, exactly.
Like we would lose 3, win 3, lose
Yeah,
4, win 3. Like it's been pretty even.
exactly. That's kind of because whenever I do, I write my episode notes right before we hop on, and I go through and I see what the scores and the win-loss record was for the past week, and it always ends up being about 500. It always been, is lose half, win half ever since they went out. So yeah,
Yeah.
we've got the upcoming schedule this next week is going to be 3 games at the Twins, 3 games at the Marlins. I don't know how are the Marlins looking right now?
Aren't they like one of the hottest teams in baseball?
I hate that. Don't tell me that.
I don't know in general, but Otto Lopez is on my fantasy team and he's carrying my team. So they have some really good players.
Yeah, they're
They're
49 and
National League,
42
so I'm
right
not
now.
too worried.
Yeah.
49, 42. They're third in
Okay.
the East, but they're with the Braves, so
Yeah, they were one of the like people were I just remember them keep popping up as being good and me going the Miami Marlins, the
Who?
financier. But
I think the Twin series will be really interesting. Like, can we just bury them again?
my
please.
God, I hope so.
They're kind of like nipping at our heels a little bit. I mean, I don't think I'm worried about them in the long run, but they're a little close for comfort.
A nice
Yeah.
little welcome home gift to Jose and On Hills. Here's a series victory over the Twins.
Yeah, they're 4 games back. They're the exact opposite of us right now, 44 and 47. We're 47 and 44. They're our Wario
He
right
just
now.
like crushed the Yankees, but that might say more about the current state of the Yankees than anything else.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give the Twins that.
I feel like the Yankees just lose to some random team every year.
Yeah. There's just some team that gets their number. Yeah, the Marlins right now, their last 10, they're 7 and 3. So that's kind of the Twins are 6 and 4.
Khalil's now's your time to shine, buddy.
Yeah, we
Yes,
need
are we set to face Otto Lopez? That's the question.
is he on the Marlins?
Yeah, they probably don't have them posted yet.
Yeah, I have
That
no
far out.
idea.
Well, never
Normally,
mind.
I feel pretty good against the Twins, questionable against the Marlins.
Speaking of Jose and Angel, though, we did get an update about them.
Yes, you're right, we did.
Yes, so Mr. Tim Stebbins
Shout
tweeted
out
that
Tim.
Jose took tee batting practice off the tee and will start, I think he said underhand or was overhand. He'll start overhand batting practice soon. And then Angel took live batting practice on Saturday. So they're both anticipated to come back after the All-Star break. So sounds like Jose's hitting all of his markers and
Yep,
he's just got to finish out the last bit of it to come back.
I'm sure he is. Both him and Angel, every time they go down to Andre for any kind of updates on them, Andre is like, Angel is standing right next to me, got a bat in his hand. He wants to run out there. Poor dude. I mean, they're cut from the same cloth. They're the kind of guy that does not like being on the IL. Also, Dre was saying that before the game today, he met up with Jose and was chatting with him, and Jose said 3 weeks. So we'll see. Jose would probably, if you pressed him, he'd probably like, no, tomorrow. But being realistic, which does kind of put him in the 5 to 6 week timeline that they were saying originally for his hand. So it'll be interesting to see also one that's going to be right before the free agency deadline. I am interested. I was talking with Jenell before you guys jumped on. I'm interested to see because I think we can all assume that the odd guy out at this point is going to be Gabriel Arias. I think regardless of his home run today, I feel like especially after his multi-game timeout that he had after his poor performance in one of the games last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that, the org is just kind of might be done with him at this point. It's the same thing every week, every game. It's, the lack of effort, the pouting, the not listening to people when they're trying to help him or whatever.
Giving
Um,
Reese Hoskins shit throws.
yeah, exactly. Like it's
That
just
that temper tantrum's been driving me nuts. Like
I
I get
know.
it, you were scolded on the field, but that's your vet. You listen to him, you discuss it. Don't give him shit throws
Yeah,
when
also
your
it
team's
wasn't
trying
even
to
that big
win.
of a deal. He just kind of was just saying like, dude, fucking throw it. You have an
Calm
arm.
down, you got this, dude. Let's go.
Yeah. Like it's I'm over him. Like the his home run was great today. Fantastic. But you should be doing that all the time. That is who you are.
He
So
can
this
do it.
exactly. He's the worst good player ever.
Yeah, if he had the drive, it would be such a different conversation.
Yes.
But
If he had what Rocchio had, what Angel has, like this
yes,
drive to get better,
yes.
I just feel like he was because he came over in the Clevenger trade back in 2020 with that massive pack of guys. Um Naylor and Hedges and Quantrill and Joey and Arias. I think that's the entire package that came over.
Oh, did you say Owen Miller?
Oh, I always forget about Owen Miller that he was a part of that. Such an insane trade. I still cannot get over how insane that trade was. But he was definitely kind of one of the guys that they were like, "Oh, this is one of the important pieces of that trade." Even though he was still a minor leaguer at that point, they were impressed with him. He wasn't like the piece, but I definitely do think he was one of the guys that like they were excited to receive and develop. His arm and his bat were always just that's he's just a power guy and that I'm I'm still so mad about how good his arm is. Like
Like he could fit in on this team even with like his like less than stellar bat. It fits the MO of the lineup. It's the consistent temper tantrums, the consistent not hustling out,
mhm.
like just that lackluster effort that we just props up every time something's starting to go wrong for him. That's what gets me because that's what this team can't afford to have.
Yes.
And even if he was batting like 400, I think I still would not applaud him because that's the antithesis to how Jose has shaped this club to play baseball.
Mhm.
And to me, it's insulting to Jose and everything he's done to bring this team up to where it's at. It's insulting to Austin Hedges and how, as a captain, he's been able to pull this team up to where it's at and the drive he tries to instill in the pitchers. And just every day, everyone goes out there as a game at gamer as a dog, and then he jogs down to first base again. And it's
Or he doesn't even
infuriating.
run on a drop third strike.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
Yeah. We've had several over the past week drop third strikes that people made it to first. Like, and
Yeah.
have turned into like that is inexcusable. Like, yes, 9 times out of 10, a drop third strike is going to be an out, but that 10th time, you're going to get on base and you're going to have the opportunity to score.
Didn't Khalil score on? He got into scoring position at least on a drop third strike, because I know he made the first.
Didn't
He was
get
on
on
second
and
at
then
one point.
someone hit a home run. Wasn't
I
that
thought
when
so.
Hedgie hit his home run?
Maybe, but like he got himself into scoring position, if not scored, by beating out a drop third strike.
Mm-hmm.
And like I get it, Arias is not quite as fast as Khalil or Bazana, but like still, just try.
Arias tries though, yeah.
You owe it to
You
your
can
team
always
to try.
airmail throw, like
it's
you can
drop
the defender can airmail the throw. Like anything can happen if you just run it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Could be a bad throw. Yeah, you don't know.
We saw today the White Sox were just kind of like being silly and just couldn't get some of their stuff to work defensively. And if we would have taken advantage of that in a couple different places, then I mean we did for the most part, but yeah. I do think there is going to be, I'm hoping that there could be a team that could be enticed by him and think we can fix him. And I think Tricky Chris needs to get on the horn and start blowing smoke up some people's asses, and find us somebody.
I think it has to be quick though. Isn't he on his last option?
He's out of options. That's been the issue, is we can't send him back down.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think they should DFA him. I think that as soon, because Jose's going to be up, fingers crossed, prior to the deadline, and Angel. I think both of them are going to be up here before the deadline. So I think that is going to be our trade piece, along with, I'm sure, other people packaged. But I think they're going to try and ship him off someplace.
I hope so, because like we were just talking about this. I don't see him passing through waivers, or I don't see him being picked up on waivers, and I don't see him accepting a Columbus contract. I see him moving straight into free agency.
Yeah.
But I'd
be interested to see. I just don't think that we should just DFA him outright.
I'm
think
just at the point of who do you send down, because like you have to make room on the 40-man.
Oh, I forgot that we put. Are neither of them on the 40-man right now? Are we full? I thought they were both on the 10-day.
Are they both on the 10-day?
They're both on the 40-man. Because Jose was never put on the 60-day.
You're right. And if Jose wasn't, why would Angel? Okay, so we don't, but we just have to make room on the 26-man. But like, we're going to probably send Coop down. Makes sense.
Yes.
Coop needs to go work on everything.
Yes, absolutely.
Nothing against him. Love you, Cooper.
No.
But who else do you send down? Do we really send down Khalil? Do we really send down Baz? Do we send down Chase? Like, who are we sending down? Quan? Fry? Like,
just
all of those people I've listed deserve to be up here more than Arias. So do you really hinder someone's development and major league career to trade Arias?
Well, then I hope he's on the horn right now trying to do an early trade of some kind in the next couple weeks here.
Like, even if it's like another AA relief pitcher, like that, I think that's the type of thing you could get from him.
Would be interesting? I think like a AAA relief pitcher, someone, because we are thin. Cal Stevens has also just, I mean, granted, I know he was in single A, I think, or AA. I don't know exactly where he was, but the guy we got in the Bieber trade just went down with UCL surgery, so he's going to be out for a significant amount of time, and so that is going to hinder his development heartily. So I would love to see a AA pitcher, or like somebody who's on the cusp of coming into AAA. Hopefully they can make that happen. That would be nice. Because again, knock on wood, we've been really fucking lucky when it comes to our pitching health. You know, Sabrowski had a short IL stint, and thank God he's looking real good right now. You know, he had a shaky start coming back, but you know, the past 2 outings at least, he's looked fantastic.
Dude, this bullpen's been rock stars.
Yeah. I would argue even our starters have been good. Like,
especially now that, like, excluding today, Bybee and Slade have finally dialed into they're like prime from last year. It's like, yeah, no, like we're getting some solid outings from these guys. And Parker, oh, I love Parker Messick, as his pitching is
He
unbelievable
had
to
a little bit
watch.
of a rough start yesterday, but he was able to, for being a rookie too, being able to lock in after a rough start like that,
And that
incredibly
13 pitch at
impressive.
bat, oh my goodness, where he kept it 2-2. I was like going off in the group chat on the Discord about that one. Was just, his keeping it 2-2. No, most of the time, once you hit
Was it 2-2
10
or
pitches,
he?
yeah, it
Sorry,
was
I'm
yesterday.
thinking. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so he kept that count 2-2. That's
Oh,
incredible. He didn't throw a ball for like 7 straight pitches in the same at bat, and that's insane. And for him to win it, even better. Oh, he's fun to watch.
it's him and Hedgie obviously have a very, very special relationship. It's nice to see that they are giving him that kind of comfort catcher, especially as a brand new rookie, letting him have Hedges to himself for those starts. When Hedgie hit his home run last night, Parker was on the top of the steps screaming at him, so excited. Like that's Hedgie's son right there. Like that's his boy. So I'm happy to see them, the relationship that they have and how well they work together. It's really, really nice to see. So one other thing that I did want to touch on that Nicole kind of alluded to is Cooper Ingle. So Cooper. I have an issue. Not with Cooper. He's trying his hardest. I really do believe that. I have an issue with the fans because you guys were begging for Cooper to come up for weeks and weeks and weeks. He had a multi-homer game. He was lighting it up in Columbus. And everyone's like, you got to get him up here. You got to get his bat up here. And we get him up here. To my surprise, I did not think that he was going to be coming up here at all. Boy had about 5 games under his belt in the outfield and comes up and he's, obviously he's struggling. He's not ready. But people are mad because he's not an outfielder and he's not doing well in the outfield. Because again, he had like 5 games under his belt in the outfield. And no, he's not a catcher. We have the best catching duo in MLB currently with Bailey and Hedges. And even tossing Fry in there. The only way you will see Cooper Ingle at catcher this season on the major league roster suiting up like that is if Hedges, Bailey, and Fry are all in some kind of catastrophic accident together. And even then, we might get a bullpen catcher to come in and sign as an emergency catcher. Emergency
a
Zamboni.
Catastrophic crop top accident, I would predict.
Oh, David Fry would not be caught dead in a crop top. I could not imagine that.
He was trying to stop the crop top incident.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see Bailey just confused and like trying to be like, what's happening? What's going on? Anyways.
You also have to remember they still have Bo Naylor.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God, we do still have Bo.
We were literally discussing like what would have to happen to see like the what's the line of succession that would have to happen to see Stephen Vogt suit up. And we're like,
oops, all catchers.
Like by the time you get to Schneeman's no longer available, it's like just forfeit the game. Yeah, I know Arias is technically our e-bug, our emergency backup catcher, but I would rather have Schneeman try it once.
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
Because that's the only
who is
position
it
he hasn't played.
if Gabby is out? Who's our other backup
If we get
catcher?
to the point where Bailey, Hedgie, Fry, and Arias are not available in the same game and Schneeman can't do it, it would have to be Vogt, I would assume. Like,
and Cooper was sent back down already. Like,
oh yeah,
that's
Cooper's gone too.
That's the only chance that Cooper has at this point of playing catcher at the major league level this year.
At that point, Chris Jimenez is coming down from the booth.
Sandy's going to be strapping on those knee pads with some extra ice underneath.
Yes, hope those knees are good.
Coated and icy hot.
They're have a wheelchair ready for him afterwards.
Just put the ice bath behind home plate because the man will not be able to make it back down the stairs.
Oh, but yes, I agree. Cooper Ingle. And the thing too, like, to loop it back, sorry. The thing that was like really bothering me is we've been so spoiled, and as fans, we have to remember a couple of things. we are spoiled by great pitching. Tim Herron had a 0 ERA for quite a few outings to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had a couple of blowups. That's fine. He's still a great pitcher. Cooper Ingle, we were spoiled by Chase DeLauder coming in, rocking it. Travis Bazzano get called up, rocking it. Cleo Watson getting called up and rocking it. And then, oh wow, the fourth rookie we've called up this year struggled a bit and is playing like normally rookies that get called up for the first time play. Like, what do we like? This is kind of normal. Now, if he gets called up again in August and he still struggles and he gets called up next year and still struggles, we'll revisit this conversation.
Yes.
But his first 3 series of his major league career, and I don't think he's really performing any different than you could realistically expect on top of when you consider the whole defensive position change.
Yeah. There's just so much.
Yeah, he'll be fine in the end. Maybe not this time, but he'll be fine then. I think he'll be fine the next time. He's obviously a very good player. I think that he isn't confident enough in the outfield for very good reason, and that's affecting him at the plate. I have to imagine that's what's going on. I mean, it's also just his first time facing major league pitching or, professional hitting or pitching rather, and he'll be fine. He'll figure it out eventually.
The numbers are there. He's just got to get used to it.
Yeah. And he was very obviously, like we lost our 3 best hitters all at the same time. And we were desperate. We needed something. We crashed and burned for a little bit there trying to figure things out without them. I think we're picking back up now. We scored 9 runs against the Rangers. We scored 6 runs against the White Sox. We scored 6 runs today, even though we lost. Like we're picking up our offense, especially now that Chase is back. But we were in desperate need of some kind of bat. And Cooper was lighting it up in the AAA. So they're like, all right, let's go ahead and give it a try. See if this guy can replicate. He can't. And that's also fine. This is way too early. He wasn't supposed to come up anyways this year. I fully believe that. I think they were probably going to wait at least another year, if not, a year and a half to call him up. So yeah, he is obviously going to be the first one to head back to Columbus when Angel or Jose come back. But yeah, I'm so mad at everyone who's just like, oh, another boneheaded move by Cooper, DFA him. No!
Just send
I'd
him back
rather them
now.
be aggressive with their call-ups than not, because that's what people have been begging for. Like, we got to be aggressive with their call-ups, but then they bitch when the rookie who's not in a position that he's used to acts like a rookie who's not in a position that he's used to. It's like, okay, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
Send him back down, get him comfortable. He can come up, and it's like, buddy, you've already done your worst. Now go do your best.
Exactly. Yes. I'm just glad he got his first hit and scored those 2 RBIs with his family in attendance. That had to have felt really good to have that opportunity, and I'm so happy for him. But yeah, no hate, Coop. I think you're going to be just fine. You just need to get back to Columbus and get comfortable and, take as much outfield practice as you can. We also had one more up and down. Espino went back down and they called Olyman up, which, Espino went like an inning and a third or something like that, or did he go 2 full innings during his last outing?
He went, it was either an inning and 2/3 or 2 full innings, but it was the longest he's pitched in like 4 years.
Yeah. An inning and 2/3. Gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So that was on Friday, I believe, against the White Sox. Our 6-5 win. No, that was Thursday. So yeah, because he went as long as he did, they were going to put him, he was obviously going to be down for a couple days. There was no chance he was going to pitch the rest of the White Sox series. So, but they're like, we need somebody. We need another arm, which obviously Olyman pitched at least 2 times this week, if not 3. I know he pitched on Friday and he pitched today. Where was he? He pitched 1 inning today, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. So not a bad outing for him today. Oh, we used like the entire pen today, guys, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm just looking back at the box score right now.
We are lucky we sent down Espino to let him rest a bit and
which is exactly why we sent him down, because we desperately needed that inning from Olyman, especially since Holderman did not have he's God, they were just talking about it on broadcast when he came in. It was on Peacock today, so they had Matt joined by one of the White Sox color guy Stone something.
I don't know. I didn't like him. He annoyed me.
But yeah, so they had Matt Underwood, and then they had the White Sox color guide, then they had Andre in the dugout per usual. But they were Stone, I think his name was talking about Holderman and how well he's been doing, and then immediately Holderman shit the bed. So I'm like, shut up. You can't say that. Don't say nice things about our boys. They get
He was
stage
going
fright.
on about Khalil sliding for that catch. Ah, he could have caught that standing. They should have slid for that ball. I'm like, shut up.
You dumb.
Keep
Stop
his
it.
name out your mouth.
But yeah,
All
we
the kids
used
just want to look cool sliding and catching. Like, go eat some jello. I don't know. Like, just leave us alone.
we used 8 pitchers today.
Woo!
Yeah, like the entire pen. I think Festo is the only one we may have not used. Bybee, Aliman, Holderman, Sabrowski, Gaddis, Armstrong also did not have a good inning. Heron and Smith. Yeah, it was a bit of a bummer. Like we said before, it was a totally winnable game. It was just sucked that, Bybee had to warm up a bajillion times. But we had 2 back-to-back walk-offs, so that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something to look forward to, I think. All right. Well, like we said, we've got 3 games. So we got an off day tomorrow on Monday. So hopefully that will help, especially our bullpen rest and recuperate. Hopefully our guys will shake this one off. Hopefully Gabby won't pout about his 2 strikeouts, and just glow in the fact that he did, in fact, hit the longest home run of his career, which did come out today. Like, good God. So we'll see. We'll see how this week's go. 3 against the Twins, 3 against the Marlins. Hopefully the Marlins decide that they're done playing good. And I was looking at their past couple games, and they have like a weird, so they scored 9 today, 7 yesterday, 12 the other day. Then they got beat by the Rockies on Thursday, 14-4. Like they're either or, and then on Tuesday they won against the Rockies 14-3. I don't know, like it's either feast or famine with them, it's looking like over the past at least week and a half. So hopefully we get the famine.
Yeah, I think we are set to face Perez. That's who I was worried about because I think he threw like almost a perfect game, but then they pulled him maybe today.
Yeah, I
Was
think
it
he
today?
threw 7 perfect
He's
innings.
yeah, he's I don't like when we face him, but oh well.
Oh no, they won. Oh my God. So Jesus Christ. This is insane. So he threw 7 perfect innings, 8 strikeouts, and then they took him out, and Lake Basher, I'm not sure, gave up 4 hits and 5 earned runs. They
Jeez.
won the game 9-8
Wow.
after 7 perfect innings. The A's scored 5 in the 8th and 3 in the 9th.
That's the most Angels like Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani like headline or description you could give.
Yeah, I mean at least for the Marlins they ended up winning the game. But okay, so hopefully fingers crossed we get this Lake guy to show up. And maybe we can get to their bullpen. But then again, if they have like a historically shitty bullpen, I feel like we then make them look like absolute dynamite. All right. Well, we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed. All right, that will be it for this episode. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. Thank you again for adjusting your schedules. I appreciate it deeply. And as always, thank you all of you for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on your favorite podcasting app and all of our social channels so you don't miss a thing. Share with your friends and family. We would love to have some more people join us here. And as always, whether you are here for the hot takes, the heartbreaks, or the home runs, don't get caught looking. Go Guards!
Go guys.
Guards.